All right, guys, on Land Beat, we're talking about matching the food source close by to the bedding and the slope aspect. Something we haven't talked and covered yet on Land Beat. All right, guys, you hear us talking about bedding thickets and food plots and kill plots that lead out to destinations and whatnot. And there's a lot of strategy that goes into that. But this week, what we're talking about, since we just finished up a bedding cut back behind me on a north-facing slope, we're talking about, and yep, that's what I said, north-facing slope. We're talking about matching the slope aspect of a bedding thicket with the forage that's being offered in the kill plot, right? So, for example, we're in Missouri and September 15th is opening day of Missouri's bow season annually. Generally, alfalfa and clover are rocking at those time frames and deer are pounding those food resources. So it's still hot, it's early, we can experience 90 degrees, we can experience high 60s and anything in between, but deer aren't utilizing south-facing slopes, and especially south-facing slopes that were all like cut to be very open and receiving that much more sunlight. If it's a closed canopy, a south-facing slope, and it's blocked out, a little different story here. But what we're trying to do is create rhyme and reason and pair the bedding and the time frame in which they would use that specific bedding with the forage that we're trying to hunt. And so this north-facing bedding is about 150, maybe 200 yards off that kill plot. We've got close proximity between the bedding cut and the food plot. We're not going to disturb this getting in because we're coming from the complete opposite direction and would be hunted on a north wind since that food plot is south of us. So we've got a lot of things happening here, but north-facing bedding, early season, that's what your brain should go. And if you want to maximize the benefit of that bedding thicket, match the forage that's close by to the time frame in which they're going to be using cover like this the most. As another example, you can think about cutting in a south-facing slope. Maybe that other food plot is a late season grain food plot, or maybe it's a fall annual food plot with turnips, radishes, brassicas, and wheat that they're going to use from October on into January, December time frame, right? That pairs those food resources best with a south-facing slope. So keep that in mind. Don't put a square peg in a round hole. Think, if I'm a deer, what slope am I going to be on at what time frame? And does that match the forage that I'm trying to basically create a pathway, a hallway, travel patterns, and consistency to? If you do that, you'll have great success and experience some daylight activity. Also think about spatially too, the distance, right, between north-facing bedding and the kill plot that's in the clover or alfalfa. You want to be a little bit closer because it's warm and they may not get on their feet as early. So cut that distance down. Now you might have some spots that keyed into your brain of where you need to come and create this cover. Let us know in the comments below if you have been cutting in bedding thickets on your property.